Hi everyone, it's me, Carrie. So it is. Oh my god, it's currently 3 a.m. again, so I should go to bed. But I have some really important news to tell you guys. So I'm sure some of you will remember BFDIA 5B, right? It's like this flash game platformer I made, and it was supposed to be like just one part of the whole BFDIA 5, like 5-part timeline with like 5A is an episode, 5B is a game, and then 5C, 5D, and 5E were episodes. So I made the game in 2013 in Macromedia Flash, and then I got busy with schoolwork. Okay, so the game was supposed to have 100 levels, but I only finished 53 of them because I got busy with schoolwork. I can't even remember back then now. But then in 2020, Adobe shut down Flash, so like it made the game like really hard to play. But people are still speedrunning it to this day, including people like KorZen and Mr. Twister. And the big news is that I think just maybe like a few hours ago, like May 29th, 2023, KorZen beat the unbeatable level, which is level 53. So, uh, when I designed these levels, I designed like level 50, 51, and 52. That was the final like set. And then 53, I have these characters basically, they're all on the left side of the screen, and I just put up this big wall, so that like there's no way in my mind that you could ever get all three characters across in order for you to beat the level. And then I put this message here saying that like, oh, I've been really, really busy lately, so I can't make it. And I said, I'm really sorry. I really feel like I shouldn't have been apologizing over stuff like that back then, because if you've got schoolwork, you've got schoolwork, and I think any reasonable fan will understand if you explain honestly and authentically like your life situation. Like nobody's gonna say like, oh no, you should quit school and work on this game. But anyway, like yeah, maybe in an alternate universe I would have finished the game like in 2014 if I had not taken AP US history, which like sucked the soul out of me. So that class, like, one of my biggest regrets in life is taking that class, but that's a different story. Anyway, I thought that when I designed this level, it was a surefire way to make it impossible for any character, like, to beat this game and move on to level 54, right? Like, how could you, like, if one character could potentially throw another character up and get them over that hurdle, but how do you get all three characters up? Well, I know that Dunkelblau in 2016 discovered this glitch. So wait, should I pull it up? I'm gonna pull it up, but I don't want to show it in the screen. So just be patient with me. Technical difficulties. A B C D E F G. I'm trying to entertain you guys as I pull it up. Basically, in 2016, Dunkelblau found this glitch. I don't know if you call it a glitch, where you can basically have two characters, and one of them is holding the other. But if the holder tosses the other person, and then you switch control to the person who's like in the air being tossed, while that person reaches the apex of the trajectory, then that person now grabs the other person, which will instantly teleport that first person up to the higher location again. And then you can kind of repeat the process where like player 2 then tosses player 1 up, which will like send them up on a higher trajectory for the toss. And if you do it fast enough, both characters will start to rise like that. Wait, is the music's really loud, isn't it? Yeah, I'll turn it down a bit. It takes a lot of finicking, right? Like, look at all that. Oh, yeah, see, I'll make it to the other side. Level 54 is undefined because I literally did not have a file for it because I never thought anyone would get there. Oh, wow. She got all 53 win tokens. This is like really incredible, and this was like a long time ago as well. What I was gonna say is, that was done with a tool-assisted speed run, but KorZen did it like purely real time, like purely by pressing on the keys themselves. Like, it takes a lot more skill when you can't like do your frame by frame picking of what keys you want to press. And there's also like a wall glitch there. Like, how is Match floating in the air? She's actually standing on like a invisible edge. I don't know how you clip into walls because I could never reproduce that bug. But like, Yeah, basically, I forget what keys you use to grab people now. It's been so many years. Like Z, I think. Okay, well, I guess we'll watch it to the end. So I think the speed run time is 36.3 seconds. But like, this is just so silly because, oh yeah, see, there's another like wall glitch. Oh, okay, so he got it, and then the game's done. Oh my god.
That was really fast.
Oh my god, it's actually even faster than the tool assisted speed run. So like 46.2, 36.3. It's like one of the simplest level designs, which is what I think is really funny. Like if you compare it to like level 52 or 51 or 50, it's just so simple. So like, but it's supposed to be like simply impossible. So the fact that it was beaten is just really funny. I'm gonna pull this away now and like try to pull up my playthrough, because it's been like years since I made a video about 5B, but I definitely played through the game at some point. Yeah. Well, okay. Here's the playlist, right? Oh, a cat is walking into the room. When was this?
2019, which marks
2019.
the 6th birthday of BFDIA.
6th birthday. Well, now we're at 10 years. By the way, yeah, I do want to say, like, oh my gosh, BFDIA 5B is now over 10 years old, which is, like, I can't even fathom that, because, like, I feel like it was just yesterday I was sitting on my computer coding it, and the craziest thing is that I coded all of it within, like, a 2 or 3 week period between, like, mid-January and mid-February 2013. And, like, it's like sophomore year of high school for me back then, so like the classes I was taking back then feel so elementary compared to now.
Well, if you look at the darker shade of red as it gets closer to the edge of the bright red, it gets darker because it's like more in the shadow.
Okay.
It's kind of unbelievable how good this effect is at making something look more three-dimensional and more fleshed out, because it actually happens in the real world. Like if you look at the wall behind me, see how it's darker right?
Okay.
Same thing.
Yeah. So I don't know why I'm showing you this. But like,
I think that's a good joke. The 15-year-old me. So let's see. 5 minutes ago,
just to show you kind of like what the gameplay was like and like what other levels are supposed to look like. And then the last thing I wanted to show was, oh yeah, levels 46 through 53.
Which means it's been over a year since I started this series of me recording myself.
This is just the last batch, basically.
5B. If I were to make a second version, it wouldn't be
so
super.
Here's 47.
Not mysterious, but like, because it was such an open world. This level is kind of just, you know,
48. So like you see, like there's like a lot of intentional level design here, like trying to jam pack all these like interesting features all at once. 49 is like a scrolling level, and so like it took me probably like hours to design this really beautiful wave shape. And then 50 has like a intersection between two worlds, and then the 52 is like, or 51 is this, and 52 is like a really long scrolling world where you're like trying to flee from like a moving wall of spikes that's constantly chasing you. So basically like all of them are like decently complicated, but then 53 is like really, really simple. And then here's me trying to beat it, and
But even if you get to the end, then you get to an undefined level, so it's not like you're gonna find any hidden treasure. But there we go. I finished 5. There's a way to get over this wall, and it's like if you press jump, space, and Z in the right order, you can make it happen. But I'm just not good at that.
That's funny that you can hear. Can you hear me like?
Even if you get to the end, then you get to an undefined level, so it's not like you're gonna find Dan.
You can hear like the.
But even if you get to the end, then you get to an undefined level.
All
So
the spamming of the keys, but like yeah, it is really late, so my mind can't think straight. Yeah, so now every single level has been beaten in like a decently respectable time, and that is the news. So congrats to KorZen. Like I didn't think that anyone would be able to do it. Honestly, if I thought anyone would do it, I thought it would be Mr. Tweester to get level 53 done in under a minute. But it was KorZen. So huge congrats. And like, I feel like, oh my god, like 5B, like I'm so proud of that project, because the game like was probably my biggest game development project to date at that point. Well, not necessarily. I feel like Going 500 may have been, I don't know. It's debatable which project was bigger, but like I'm still like so proud of how it looked, like the aesthetic style and the amount of like kind of game mechanics that I sort of intertwined. I'm really proud of that. I do feel like at this point in time, you know, it's very unlikely that like it's possible to revive unless I work with like a real game development company who specializes in this, because like I don't know what the modern frameworks for making games is now. I know there's like Unity and like, you know, you can release games on Steam now, and like I could watch Danny Dev YT on YouTube if I wanted to get caught up. Or like there's a lot of other game developers out there like Polymars and Bargy and all these, you know, up and coming YouTubers, and like I know there's a whole community out there that I could learn from, but I just haven't been like learning lately because I've been, you know, kind of doing YouTube more than game dev. But I guess like, yeah, what I wanted to say is that like I think that most projects from 10 years ago have really aged and like don't stand the test of time, but I really feel like the 5B art style, maybe this level doesn't show it that well, like the way that it looks, I feel like has held up really, really well, and I'm just like really proud of it, even though it wasn't a finished project. So the fact that like people have continued to speedrun it for other years, including like Mr. Twister, KorZen. Actually, let's search what the speedrun leaderboard is so I can shout out everyone in the top 10. The fact that people keep speedrunning it in 2023, 10 years later, is really inspiring to me. And also, shoot, I'm running out of things to say. Okay, so thank you to KorZen for beating it in under 10 minutes. I guess that was a year ago. Yeah, that was December 23rd, 2021, with only 9 deaths in the whole gameplay. That's only like an average of 1 death every like 6 levels. So KorZen first place, Ant Ladders second place with 1108. Johnson, Jensen, Jason, that's a very alliterative name, with 1305. This was only a month ago. This was April 22nd, 2023. So like this community is still popping, right? If you get in the top 5, like in the modern day, well, okay, I don't want to promise that I'll shout anyone out, but like I'm shouting out people now who've been doing it recently, like because I love the current enthusiasm. Traverity with 1307, that's like barely slower than Johnson. So like Johnson beat him by like 2 seconds. And that was a year ago. So like this is all quite recent. Mr. Twister in 5th place. I'm surprised Mr. Twister's like 5th now, because I thought like they were one of the like leading bleeding edge people, but they're at 1512 compared to 951. That's like a 5-minute lag. Okay, and then Rain dropped with 1717 in 6th place. How do I get rid of this like do not sell my personal information ban? I can't read what's underneath. What if I zoom in? Okay, now I can see. Bandy 72006 with 2517. So now the times are starting to get a little longer. Honestly, I don't know what my speedrun time is. Like, I guess if you add together the whole like playthrough time of all my videos, you probably get to something well over like an hour. So I'm not even on the list pretty much. Anyway, I'm a person 2624, Zello 101 2940, Paper Mario Party 3133, Andy Man 620. I recognize that name. Twower with 4428, Anima Animates YT with 4832, Turdman 600 with 1 hour and 55 minutes. So that's about like where I would rank. And then Sonic Boom 363. I know that they've done a lot of live streams of like BFDI episodes being released, and then that's 8 hours. So that's like four times slower. But you know, it's still pretty impressive, still better than the world average. Okay, yeah, so 14 people have speedrun it. Let's increase that to 15. That's my goal for like now. And yeah, congrats to KorZen. Again, I commented on the video, as you can see, and like yeah, BFDIA 5B, what a fun, cool game. Anyway, thank you for watching. Let's see if we can get the speedrun time down to under 30 seconds. Okay, no, I don't want anyone to attempt that, but if they do that, that's an amazing achievement. 36.3 is already fast enough. I'm not going to end this video, so whatever. Bye, viewers.